All right. Thank you, Valerie, so much for doing this. I'm going to call it an interview maybe with you about the 6-week program that I had such an honor to guide you through. I'm so grateful that you trusted me throughout the process, having never met before and just seeing me on the social media. So I really appreciate, again, you must have felt some type of trust. So let's start off with that. What made you want to reach out to me, not knowing me or really like what I had to offer?
Yeah, so I started with like I followed you on TikTok and it started with your lives. Your manifestation, like TikTok lives. Now you get more specialized with certain topics and you talk about new ones. And your work really inspired me. And I just graduated with my undergrad, but during that time when I signed up for the 6-week program, I had um I had this curiosity. You were talking about if you have anxiety, if you have limiting beliefs, and you really educated me on those. And I was like, oh, I really think I could use some extra like support with that. And it really inspired me. And I was like, oh my God, what kind of new therapies are out there? Because like I really have only been before you. I only knew talk therapy. That's really for the most part it. And I was like, oh my God, a new type of therapy. I have to try it out. Like, yes. And Megan's energy just exudes gratitude, just so much love there. And I really trusted you with the process, and everything went really smoothly with recruiting me and all that. Yeah.
And you know what's cool is that you were taking psychology as your undergrad. So I want to hear your take because you shared it with me before of like, okay, well, I'm in school for this. And then this is what the RTT process and what I was taking through would like explain that a little bit for people to understand.
Yeah, so psychology, for undergrad, they really teach you like the basics. They focus a lot on theories. They talked very little about hypnosis, but I did learn a little bit about it, but not much at all. I didn't learn about limiting beliefs really. I learned about limiting beliefs more from Megan and like other like a coaching book was with it, but nothing with psychology. A little bit of psychology, like if you want to major in it, it doesn't go in depth as much as like RTT stuff. It really talks more emphasizing on like the DSM criteria, meeting the criteria, and like more like symptoms. But like Megan is more working on like what can you do to like make the best, highest version of yourself rather talk therapy, although it's super helpful and I utilize it myself, but like Megan's RTT therapy just brings it to the next level and like really gets down to the root of your limiting beliefs. And she talks a lot about the subconscious mind, and we operate from like around 95% of our day from our subconscious mind. I didn't learn that before working with her. And if you do traditional talk therapy, you're really just using your conscious mind, which is only 5%. So there's a lot deeper in there getting to the root with you're going to really get to the root, and Megan's going to help you heal that with RTT rather than talk therapy. It's really subjective and it might not get you to that goal. But yeah, that's just my experience.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate you sharing your experience. And what do you, where were you from where you started with me and then halfway through the 6 weeks? Because I know you got instant and immediate results and shifts. And then after the 6 weeks.
Yeah. So before the 6 weeks, like at that time, I was studying for the GRE, which is a graduate entrance exam for graduate schools. Um, and I was so in my head, so anxious, and like so attached to this outcome of, and so in my head with so suffering a lot from anxious thoughts and constantly stressed and worried about the outcome. And I was like, I have to get my PhD. Now I'm more open to the universe's blessings and thinking about opening up my own business, doing a lot of different things, potentially doing a career myself in hypnotherapy because of Megan's inspiration. Um, but yeah, I think she really just has helped me connect more with a higher power, whether that's source, divine, God, the universe, your angels, whatever resonates with you. She helped me like find that in myself with like believing in a higher power, which really helped me decrease a lot of the anxious, stressful thoughts. And so yeah, before I was just such a mess. I didn't believe in myself at all. It wasn't a good mindset to be in. And then during, you see such a huge transformation with yourself. He gives you such important, amazing tools that I'd never have gotten in my undergraduate degree, in psychology, or like in talk therapy. And before her, I was seeing a therapist for a year and a half. Like, she teaches you really important tools that will help you elevate your mind to the next level that no other specialist or therapist has ever given me. And like, it's just so incredible to see the transformation. And then now um I really have embraced the unknown and like seeing what the universe will give me. And I'm looking to grow my own business, do a lot of things that I never thought I would have been able to do before the inner work that we have done together, and working on those limiting beliefs through the tools that she gave me. Anyone, like, it was the best investment I've ever made in myself. And I recommend her to everyone. If anyone is thinking about doing this, you will love it. And please work with Maegan. I can't recommend her enough.
Oh, I so appreciate you sharing your story and sharing what you do, because I feel like there's a lot of taboo around and stigma around anxiety and therapy and hypnotherapy. I mean, I don't know about you, but with me, about hypnotherapy, like, what did you think about it before working with me?
Yeah, so before, I feel like I also wasn't educated enough on it. Like, I learned very, very little about it. And in the media, they portray like people putting some kind of trance on you with hypnotherapy and all this stuff. And that's just so not accurate. Like, hypnosis is so much more like in depth than that. Like, it's more like, it's not scary. Like, some people are like, oh my God, that's scary. It's not scary. It's really like, she just gets you into this meditative state so she can reach the subconscious level and help you get to the root of what is causing your anxiety, your limiting beliefs, your dysfunctional thoughts that are causing you a lot of suffering. So it's really amazing to see. It's so cool. And like, now that I've followed a lot of different other business people, people in the health industry, a lot of them utilize RTT hypnotherapy because it is so powerful. And it's, a lot of the time, it's going to get you results quicker in terms of your mindset rather than traditional talk therapy. But I also utilize both because I think there are benefits to both. But I think, like, if I just stuck with talk therapy and not done Maegan's RTT program, my life would be completely different. And I I don't ever see myself ever not like working with her or like recommending her to people, because what she does is so insanely powerful. And like, it's just amazing. Like, I wouldn't be able to get the results I got with traditional talk therapy.
Yeah, and I agree. I love like different modalities as well. Like, I will always have a coach, and
Mhm.
it's not talk therapy, but that's my type of therapy for me.
Right.
And obviously I'll always do RTT, but I agree, it's not like it just one person or one thing. Like, find what
Mhm.
works for you and a combination of things, and that's what you have found. And
Mhm.
giving yourself that gift. Talk to me about doing the investment, because investing in ourselves can be scary. It's not really glorified by mainstream society. It's like, do this, get these things instead, but like yourself, no, 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 no. So the investment, talk to me about how that process and how you felt doing that. I mean, obviously now
Yeah.
you're like, yes, but that initial like, ooh.
Yeah, pardon my French, but I was scared shitless because I mean, it is a higher vibe amount. I'll just say that. And but it's so worth every penny. It is so worth the money. And like I myself, like, people use an excuse of like not to invest in yourself, like I don't have the money. You can find the money, like just believe that you can find it. And Maegan talks a little bit about that as well. Um like, and I didn't have, when we did the first discovery call, I didn't have the set amount that she required to work with her. And I got a babysitting job where it filled in that gap. But like, it's the best investment of yourself. I was so scared. I was like, I had a, I didn't have, I had like maybe like a mini anxiety attack, because that was like the most I was like, I ever truly invested in myself, especially as an undergrad. I never really invested that much into myself. And now I'm like, oh, like, yes, like, let's keep doing the work. Let's keep doing it. I really now invest in myself, because that's the best investment you can make, is through yourself. And like, for example, people ask me, like, I just graduated college, people ask me, like, what do you want? And I'm thinking of more like a business coaching program for my business, rather than like, a purse or this or that, because that's going to make you more money. That's going to elevate your mind. And like, if anyone is worried about not being able to make the money to work, Megan, just know that you will find a way. Find a way, because it's scary, but the unknown can be scary. But like, the outcome that you want isn't going to get by doing the results that doing. You're not going to get the results that you want by doing all the things that you have been doing, or else you wouldn't be utilizing her or seeking out help from her. And it's the best investment I've ever made in myself. I always recommend people to go to her. I'm like, do the investment. It's the best investment you'll ever make in your entire life. Do it.
And I totally can relate with the investing in yourself. I remember the first Tony Robbins event, it was like $10,000. I was like, what? But when you listen to your heart and not your head, which has gotten you, which is full of the limiting beliefs, which is the ego
Yeah.
voice, which is like, will not steer us in the way that our heart will, which is far more powerful and has this innate wisdom within us, not woo-woo, it's actual science, then
Yeah.
we get the benefits from it. So I can totally relate with that. And
Yeah.
it always comes back tenfold. Like, and I always teach my clients, like, your investments you make will always return to you in tenfold. And what I mean by that is not only monetarily will that return to you, but abundance in so many different forms. Like, tell me what else in your life improved, like relationships, school wise, friendships, confidence, like all of that, like, just so people understand, like, it comes back to you
Yeah.
tenfold.
Yeah. Yeah. I really think the type of relationships, because if you are anxious, or you have low self-worth, and you don't think that you can attract, say, for example, the romantic partner that you aren't clear on those gifts, because you're in your mind, you're so anxious, you're not going to be able to attract that. And like, before, I was so like, I have to get a PhD because this is the only way to make money. But Megan showed me and like helped me believe in myself through her tools that she has helped guide me through those tools. Now I'm thinking of opening up my own business and doing something else, and that will bring me money and all that goodness and abundance that you are desiring. And now I'm thinking I will be getting multiple sources of income from that, as well as potentially a master's program or something else. But I also, I believe in the work that Megan does, and like the romantic relationships, the confidence is definitely much, much higher. And like, with COVID, a lot of things have shifted, but with her guidance, it really has helped me like stay in a calmer sense of mind. And like, doing schoolwork, I was so much less stressed. Like, I used to stress myself out to the point of like, I would have chronic pain, I would forget to eat, or like a lot of things that were like, I would just be so stressed and in my mind of like, I have to get this grade, blah, blah, blah. But it's just that anxious mind and those limiting beliefs that are stuck in there. And Megan really helps you with the tools to do that. So I think just it really helped me be present and relax and enjoy my school time, and like not freak out about that. And like, a lot of my chronic pain has subsided because of the inner work and getting rid of the anxiety. And yeah, those are just a few amazing examples.
Yeah, people don't really realize that disease and illness, it's 90%. This is a statistic and fact, 90% due to stress. And what is
Yeah.
anxiety? It's chronic stress all the time. And people
Yeah.
are thinking genetics and this and that, 90%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The mind body connection is so huge. And like, Megan has really like helped me really like get in touch with my intuition. Like, what do you want? What is the life that you desire? Not what society tells you, what this or your parents tell you, or no, it's really connecting to what you want. Like, and I just signed up for health coaching school and to become a holistic health coach. I would have never have done that without like Maegan's tools, because she really helped decrease the anxiety and like connect with my intuition, what is right for me, and that's really important to creating the life you desire, is getting rid of what's going on in here. And she really brings you to that next level. And yeah, even like the romantic attractions, like I have I don't want to say like manifested way better partners, and like my previous relationships now, I don't even like, I'm not even attracted to them at all, or like, because I'm like, you have grown, like you grow so much, and you're like, I wouldn't even go back to that, because like I know, and it and internalize that there are better fits out for you. There are better people who are more fit for you. Does that make sense?
And when you grow and you up level and you keep on going, what you want changes, right? Because
Yeah.
you open your mind up too so much, like to possibilities. And I know like it's when you can eliminate and free yourself from that chronic anxiety all day and like every little situation, it's like you're unlocking parts of your mind, you're unlocking parts of your heart, and just to get into tune with you. And it's like you give me so much credit, Valerie, but it's all you. Like you did the inner work, you did all that, like you listened to yourself, you trusted your heart. I just guided you. So as much as I'm so appreciative and thank you, but like it was all you, girl, like all you. And like you would like, I remember you'd ask me, because I give my clients access to communicate with me on text or voice memo, and you'd be like, well, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? And I never was like, do this one or do that, because like I kept bringing back to like, you have the answers. And that's what people with anxiety do. They're like, what do you think I should do? You tell me what I should do. You tell me. Like, we're all external, but to get that internal, like knowingness and trust, like how wonderful is that? Like,
Oh yeah, it is absolutely wonderful and beautiful. And yeah, that's another thing with working with Maegan. You get like communication with her, and that's been like really pivotal for my success, because also like tools she gives you, like she said, it's stuff that you have to do. So if you're not willing to upgrade yourself and you're not willing to do the inner work, then don't do it, because you're not going to get any results if you're not willing to put in the work. Because it is like, you do have to put in the work, but it's great work that will make you feel great, and it makes you feel alive, and like just amazing things that she provides. And just like it's also that accountability, like it's also that accountability that also it is that huge investment. So if you're not going to do the work, then like what's the point? And just that accountability is huge. It's so huge. Like with the accountability is just in like certain affirmations and certain things that we have done together, I'll send to her, and she's like, just for that accountability. Because if I didn't have that accountability, I don't know for sure if I would do it 100%. So having the accountability and like just committing to doing the work is really important.
exactly. And it's like we can just binge watch Netflix all the time, and not saying there's anything wrong with doing it every once in a while, but it is work, but it's fun. Like I have so much fun with it. Like, isn't it so fun? You like can see things shifting and changing in real time. And when people are like, oh, it's so hard to do this and it takes so long, like, is it so hard? Does it take so long?
Not really, honestly. And it takes time to like, it can take time. Like in psychology, it takes like 21 days to implement a habit, but once you start it, you never want to stop it, because you see the changes. Like last week, I couldn't do the work or something. Like my friend, like we mixed up a time or something, so I didn't have time to do morning rituals that we have worked on. I was like, this is weird. I don't like this. Like, what is this, like real life, like what people do? And I used to do it. I used to be that way and like just go straight into day without doing the tools that she taught, and it's really life changing. And like I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like how it feels when I don't do these things. I was like, is this how regular people function? Like, it just felt weird, and like you want to do the inner work because you see a difference, and you see a difference in yourself and in others. And like things for my family have shifted from my growth and myself, and that's really important and has shifted like my whole family life because of the growth that I've done. Like, and like from the work that I've done have inspired like my good friends, and they're like, you're such an inspiration to me. And you know, it's a ripple effect, like Maegan says sometimes too. It's a domino effect. When one person heals, the rest will follow. And you know, just really commit to yourself.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. So, any last words for anyone who is on the fence about investing in themselves, doing the program, from like feeling anxious to maybe not believing that they can ever overcome it? Any last
Mhm.
words?
Yeah, if you commit to yourself, like what is there to lose? That's the thing. What is there to lose? Why the F not? Commit to yourself, commit to your inner work, and I preach it to everyone. This isn't just a woo-woo stuff. Like this is real stuff backed by neuroscience, and it's freaking incredible. And like if you're on the fence, please do it. Please do it. Like I'm begging you to do it. Like do it. It will change your life. And like I'm legit like sweating because I'm so like fired up by it, because like RCT is freaking powerful. And like Maegan and I share that same like passion for it, especially because like she like really exposed me to these amazing tools. I can do it. Like do it. You will not regret it. Why not? What, like, think about all the things that you've already done that haven't worked. What, it's not going to hurt you to try something new. Invest in yourself. It'll be the best decision of your life. Like, I always look back and I'm like, wow, this was the best. That was like legitimately the best investment I've ever made in myself. The
Oh,
best.
thanks so much, Valerie, for sharing it. I so
Yeah.
appreciate it. And the wonderful thing about my one-on-one clients is like I do get really close with you because we spend so much time together. So I feel like now I have a wonderful friend as well, and I'm so invested in your future success and celebrating all your shifts and wins. So grateful for you and for sharing your story.
Yeah, I am so grateful for you. Oh my God, so grateful.
All right, thank you.